The Slim Fast 14-day effect on your New Year's resolution. Day 1, the new year. You want to kick it off with a bang, and you're not just talking about fireworks. Day 14, you're ready to start this year right, looking great and preferably on top.
2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. Swap 2 meals a day for Slim Fast protein shakes or bars, get in a 30-minute workout, and stick to a 1,200-calorie diet to lose up to 6 pounds in your first 14 days. Find Slim Fast in a store near you.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Shameless After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Shameless After Show.
Welcome back, guys, to another Shameless AfterBuzz TV show for our favorite show and yours. This is episode 4, or season 4, episode 4, Strangers in a Train.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your host, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here tonight by
Joyce Ajouri. Hey, guys. And Drea Renee. What's up?
And in the booth,
Hello, it's Phil Svitek. And actually, I guess the title of the episode has changed, Like Father, Like Daughter, which makes a lot more sense. That just came in.
Oh, okay.
yes, that does make a lot more sense.
Yes, it does. All around. Got it.
All right, well, we're a little bummed Phil's in the booth today, but he's promised to give us lots of insight.
You don't think I'm going to be shameless?
You better
You don't
be.
think I'm going to be shameless just because I'm here in the booth? Please.
No, we know you're going to be talking.
No slacking on us tonight.
What are you going to
I'm DTF, baby.
What are you going to teach us tonight, Phil?
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought each time you were going to have a little shameless question for us. You got
No, it's not a question, it's a lesson. And yes, I do have one, but the time hasn't come up yet.
Great.
So we're going to talk about that.
We will wait then. All right, well, let's first start talking about Mickey.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Yeah. How sad was that?
I feel sorry for him.
I do
really
too.
do. I mean, he was so desperate that he just screwed a redhead, a woman. Like, he's
I thought you had a thing against redheads.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, but
No, because he was talking about, redheads.
Yeah, what was he talking about in the bar? What was he referencing? I didn't get it.
He was talking about redheads and how he likes them, I think, and how they're like alien-like. Like, what's the deal with them? And then Kevin points out the redhead woman in the bar in the corner. He's like, buy her a drink.
I missed that part.
Okay, I did too. It just all of a sudden came out of nowhere. And then he was like in the bathroom, and I was like, wait, what happened? I missed that part.
You could just see the anguish on his face. I felt really bad for him.
And now he's like hanging out at the bar. Like, he didn't used to hang out at the bar like a regular. He'd come in there and pop in, but now he's like a bar regular, like depressed, like all those other people. And
he's not fighting anyone.
And he's not fighting anybody. It's a good point. He's just sad. Oh,
I know.
He does such a great job of, we've talked before about his looks and the look of love and stuff. And again, like tonight, just that expression showed so much on his face of all the pain and hurt that he's going through. He's very great acting.
Where is Ian? I mean, I know he's gone, but they haven't even showed him at all.
He's, they teased it in the big tease of after episode 1 where he's off at war and things like that, or not at war, but obviously in the military and stuff like that. And the redhead obviously refers back to him.
Oh, yeah, she was in military garb.
Oh,
That's
yes.
true. That's true.
Yes. I can't believe he asked her to do that. Just grab my
Okay,
hand.
but here's the thing, like, if it was, I mean, if you're going to ask a woman to do that, clearly she's going to think something's up and weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though a strap-on is not readily available, I'm sure there's things that she could have grabbed to use.
In the bathroom, though?
Hey, you're already shameless. Grab a pipe, grab anything, shove it in.
Yeah. Or even like, her fist or whatever. I was just a little surprised that he went for a hip bone.
I was thinking she was probably going to use her hands or her fingers or something.
Oh my God.
What? I mean, that's where my mind went because that's shameless.
Yeah. No, I know. But that's not what happened.
I know.
That might have been a little too much for a show.
Yeah.
Right?
What we saw was a little more comfortable to watch, but
kind of. A little bit.
Yeah.
But poor Mickey.
Yeah, well.
Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey.
All right. Well, okay, let's move on. Let's go ahead and talk about Kevin V. And they're getting creative to make some money for all their babies.
We called it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We called it.
We did.
Yeah, he's charging them to use the bathroom.
To pee.
To pee.
That is crazy.
And $1 for water on top of the drugs.
You can't charge for water. That's a little nuts, V. I think that's a little...
I mean, in all honesty, if you're talking about actually running a successful bar, this is how, even though there are regulars in there, you're trying to up the clientele that does go there. This is one of the ways to do it. Now, obviously, you shouldn't be selling drugs to do it.
And loudly, she was selling them.
Very loudly, indeed. Obviously the pressure is on her. I mean, she's got to breastfeed 4 kids now, so she needs good pumps and things like that. So we found that little hint just through that dialogue alone. I think it was you, JJ, that predicted that this was going to happen.
Yeah, I did predict this one. I thought she was gonna realize she could make a lot of money. And get creative with this.
Sell them. Ghetto nurse.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
This was I always love the quotes, and Kev had one of my favorite ones this episode, which she was like, 1 up, 1 down, 1 to polish. You only need 3 sheets, people. I like it.
He's like, use less toilet paper.
Yeah, the 1 to polish really got me.
I think in terms of their patrons and their clients and stuff, it's not weird for me that V is advertising that she's selling these drugs, because what better place to safely buy drugs illegally than in a bar that your friends are at, that people that you're comfortable with are at, and it's gonna sell,
and no one's gonna turn her in.
Exactly. I mean she's giving them their high, so
it's pretty cheap prices too.
5 pills for $25.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Phil, any more thoughts on that one?
No, I mean, a lot of these storylines, we focused, with the 3rd episode, we primarily focused on, Fiona and sort of Lip in some sense, but with these characters, like we talked about Mickey, we talked about these guys, we're kind of checking in, and we're going to hold off on them maybe till episode 6 when something really hits, or, till a season finale, perhaps. So, again, we're just kind of checking in more or less.
Okay.
And we realize her mom's still not talking to her after they asked for the abortion.
Yeah.
That is really awful.
Wait, so she already asked her mom?
Yeah, last episode. Remember they were screaming at her.
Oh my gosh, that's
that
true.
Whole
I can't believe I missed it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot.
There's so much that happens.
Yeah, that's so much.
Yeah, it is. Forget those little.
Oh yeah.
All right, well let's go ahead and talk about Sheila.
Yes,
one of our favorites.
Oh my God,
she was so funny this episode.
Every episode, she is like so amazing. Like I'm obsessed with Joan Cusack.
She's great.
I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah. Like, she's so great. I love that she's trying new things. She's trying, like ChristianMingle.com or, this guy poked me. What do I do? What do I do? He poked me online. What am I supposed to do next?
And the genealogy chart or whatever, she's 132nd Menominee Indian is what she said. I was like, oh my God. And she's like dead serious and so excited about it.
Normal in a typical, if this was any other TV show, I don't think a storyline like this could work, because I mean it's essentially filler. But if it wasn't for Joan Cusack,
oh my God,
and just how comedic it is, and the fact that you do still tie back into some of the other people. When Carl's walking in with the dogs, we keep referencing that. So it's brilliant how they do make it work, even though in essence, I think if you brought it up in any other TV show, it'd be like, what is this?
I absolutely agree with you, because it's not that strong of a storyline, and it kind of could be like, okay, what are they doing? But everything she brings to it, it's like her facial expressions, her timing. It's just she's so naive. She's all DTF. Okay, also. I love it.
Yeah, it's just great creative moments that you really look forward to, because in the midst of all this other chaos, she's such great comic relief. She makes just trying on the scarves, in the room hilarious.
She's like, give me something provocative to wear.
Yeah,
know. And the whole like exchange with Roger Running Tree at the door, and he goes back to his. I mean,
Oh yes, Roger Running Tree.
Roger
Her
Running
new
Tree.
beau.
That's great. What did you think about him coming over and playing guitar for her? And are you down to strum?
At first I thought there was like obviously some
A euphemism.
Yes,
Yeah,
I thought they
yeah.
were both like he was gonna go get a condom or something,
Yeah.
but then he was just listening to them sing the songs. Like, okay, that's cool.
I like that she's seeing him and that she met him and everything, but he's Christian, and granted she is too apparently, but I wonder if he would let her take control in the bedroom. Because that's what
Oh,
she
that
likes.
guitar's getting used. That guitar is getting used.
Hey, who knows what that guitar will be later on in the
Probably got
in
some
the
thumb
season.
picks in there. Lots of stuff.
I totally forgot about that with Sheila. We haven't seen that in a while, so I kind of
Yeah,
forgot.
so I mean, I wonder how, she'll like him at first, but eventually is he going to be keen on what she likes?
I don't know. I think Roger Running Tree seems a little kinky.
Roger Running.
Think so?
I think so.
Think he's
Let's
got
hope
some-
so.
I think might. Yeah.
Some tricks up his sleeve.
Right.
Maybe.
Maybe. But I'm excited to see how that unfolds. I think it's a funny combination.
Whatever
of
happens,
people.
it's going to be gold.
Yeah,
Whatever happens.
definitely.
I mean, to continue it, I think he has to be all for it and take it to a next level of just natural, both nature and whatever else kind of.
yeah,
sex.
maybe he'll justify it with his culture somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
They could do some sweat lodges.
Oh,
maybe some
yeah.
healing.
Hey.
Yeah, I think she deserves it. It's been a while since she's had somebody who's really down to do Sheila's kinds of things.
DTF?
Yeah,
No.
exactly. The DTF was just hilarious. We
Yeah.
should definitely talk a little bit more about that. 'cause-
No. I was just
I
like,
was shocked when
Debs.
Debbie said that.
Yeah.
I was so shocked.
well, Holly, with her skanky self, said it.
But she didn't even know what it meant. So she was naive herself when
I
she was
know.
telling
She just told
Sheila.
poor Sheila.
Yeah.
I also like how Sheila is. I do like how the choice they made to have Sheila kind of being there, or like holding down their house a little bit when
I
Fiona's out, because
know.
it definitely gives it a different, dynamic.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Especially
choice.
since last week she was sitting there eating by herself, and then she's so naive. She's like, I can stay again if you need it. I was like, oh, let her stay,
Aw.
please.
It's giving her a purpose.
Yes,
I'm
I like
glad,
that.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
she's herself right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's cute.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, tell us what you guys think about it. We'd love if you could go on to iTunes and rate and comment. We'd love to hear what you guys are thinking
Yeah.
about this craziness that's going on. Anything that we're missing or anything you'd like to hear us talk about more, we'd love you to go on
Definitely.
there and
Give
comment
us some
and rate.
feedback. Make it your good deed for the day.
Great. All right, well, let's go in and talk a little more about Debs and her growing up and transitioning.
Yeah.
Oh, Debs.
And Maddie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I called it. He's
yeah.
not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree
But-
with you.
I'll
But
stop.
now the question is, and I guess you guys brought it up more so than me, is he gay?
Is he? Because the way
And
he
is he
going to
be the new triangle love between Mickey, Ian, and
Oh my God! I didn't even
Wow.
think about that
Nice
far.
I
prediction.
didn't think
Well,
about that one either.
I definitely think he's holding back a secret, but I mean, he's giving her all these signs though. If he's gay, then he probably already knows he's gay. Then why is he leading her on?
Because it's
Why would
safe.
he-
And it maybe looks like he's going to be dating somebody. To his friend, she's a girl or something. I
Maybe
don't know.
he's also really Christian and doesn't think
Oh.
that he should be, and he's trying to wean himself off of
But-
that feeling.
with a 13-year-old.
I mean, anything that could help. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't figure out what his deal is yet either. But I don't think he's gay. I think like you. I think
yeah.
His arm came back. Oh, but he was like,
That's probably those are just probably just his mannerisms. I don't know.
I just think maybe he's a big virgin and he's just saving himself
got that
for
vibe.
marriage and like I mean because I think he still really likes her because I think he likes cuddling with her. I mean he's making her
dinner.
scampi.
Yeah.
Guy making some scampi. Like
Oh,
yeah,
exactly.
like,
Lots of
I think
making
he's going
scampi.
through a lot of efforts, to
I'm
be
just
close to her,
confused. Because I felt like they were trying to maybe send that message for a second when he was like this, and then I was like, maybe that's what they're trying to say. Because all of a sudden he looked feminine to me. I don't know why. And the thing about the cat with his mom or whatever else he said, I don't remember.
Well, I think that it was just an awkward situation for him, and he was saying whatever came to his mind to kind of
Yeah.
divert the attention from that situation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was awkward.
Yeah, there was no way his cat and things like he was just pulled.
No.
Yeah, it seemed like he was pulling it out of his ass.
Oh yeah, totally.
But I mean, good for him, I guess.
He did do a good job of making her feel like, because I was so uncomfortable for her, and then he did such a good job of smoothing it over to just, okay, you ready to watch the movie? I was like, oh, it's not.
Yeah, he didn't make her feel stupid. At least
Exactly.
he tried not to.
Yeah.
But they still spooned after, remember that was the big advice.
Spoon.
Yeah.
Make sure he's the big spoon, and it's kind of like, what does that even mean? But they spooned in such a way where he was the big spoon.
Yeah. And she smiled and seemed really happy, with the spoon. I'm hoping that maybe they will just go slow. Maybe we'll see a less awkwardness in Deb, where she starts to feel comfortable with. She doesn't have to keep up with the Hollies and the, be skanky.
I mean, I hope that they don't have her have sex or something on the show. Like, I can't handle that.
I don't think
they will.
so. And I want to believe that Maddie is good for her, and I want to believe that they're going to have a good relationship, and things are going to unfold smoothly, and Debs will be, I don't know.
Okay, well,
go ahead.
If we're making a comparison between Fiona and Debbie, right? Because the episode's called Like Daughter, like Father, Like Daughter, and where Fiona, she's an addict, and we'll talk about her obviously a little bit more. But even when Fiona was talking about her first boyfriend, remember her first boyfriend cheated on her in chemistry class, right? And so this guy is her first boyfriend, Debbie's. And he's going a lot slower. He's being very respectful. So it's interesting to note that difference in Debbie and Fiona, despite Fiona not really being there for Debbie and to kind of teach her the ins and outs. Even she's getting it from her friend Holly, who's just god awful.
Yeah,
but she's still making the right decision. Or maybe she's not making the right decisions herself, but at least Maddie is.
Yeah. That's true.
I know, and then the problem, every time I root for him, though, then I remember that he's 20.
I know,
and she's 13.
Neither one of y'all brought this up. You're like, he's such a good guy. I'm like, bye.
I wish they would have made him a great guy who was like 16.
I'm like, if you're that Christian, take her ass home.
It wouldn't be interesting.
I know.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's interesting that, going along the lines of what Phil said, there are so many parallels between Fiona and Debs. But yeah, Debs is going the complete opposite direction. Granted, not by her own choice, but luckily she has someone in her life who's not taking her in the wrong direction. And I loved, exactly. Holly.
I kind of like seeing the dynamic with Debs and Fiona with Debs kind of, because most girls do. We get mad at our moms and we don't want to be like them
we
for
don't
so
be bothered,
long. Yeah, or we don't want to do the same things that they did. And you can tell some of the things that she's seen in her childhood and with Fiona, like she disagrees with and, doesn't want to be like that. So you can tell she's going to have that struggle to not end up kind of following in her sister.
She keeps hanging out with Holly.
She's like,
may not be doing so well. So
yeah,
it's true.
Awful.
I don't know. I'm glad that Debs was safe. I'm glad she was safe.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm glad that her lingerie was at least kind of,
I know.
It wasn't like a super tramp. It was
I know. I thought it was gonna be like a little bra top. I was like, oh my god, I can't deal with this. I was like, thank God.
Me too.
Maybe like her dad was like, no, not doing that.
Yeah.
Cover it up, girl.
Good for Debs.
Oh boy. Well, let's go ahead and move on into somebody who's not doing so well, and we still see him struggling in school. Let's talk about Lip a little bit.
Little Lip. There was that scene where he called home and, Fiona was kind of in a rush getting the kids ready or something like that. And he wanted to talk. He really wanted to catch up and not go to the party that was happening in the background at college. And he was, like Phil said last episode, he was like desperately reaching out to, to something that he felt connected with. And he wasn't connecting, or Fiona wasn't connecting.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him. I know he's having a tough time, so.
And I'm sure now that he's away, because just like Debbie and Carl, when you're at home, you take advantage of those moments of feeling close and people knowing you and walking outside and someone yelling your name. But now you're in college and you're working, you don't have a minute. I mean, I felt so bad for him because like I had to work like that in college. And I remember like getting so angry because there just wasn't enough time in the day, and then having like a tantrum like that and being like, okay, well, life goes on. Nobody cares that I'm freaking out. I have to go to class.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that his tantrum was just out there and like he didn't do it. Yeah, but it was a great tantrum and he just puts it back on.
He's like, okay, I still got to go to work.
Yeah.
He needed it.
Yeah, and I like this about him this episode though, is that we did see him really, really trying to step up his game. Like he was trying to study, trying to, you know, do the right thing instead of just, you know, blowing it off or just, you know, not studying like he was. So I like to see that growth in him.
Yeah, he was getting more motivated. You could see that in his face when he was typing that paper, but he was not happy, I think, with his 77.
Why did he get a damn 77? I'm so mad about that.
Me too.
If I went to MIT, and that's a hard school to go through, a 77 from a D would be an improvement for me. I mean, at least that shows that he's working up, and all it takes is maybe just a little more time off work to write a better paper, but he wasn't happy.
No, I felt so bad. I thought he was going to get a B or something.
I was going to say, I'm with you. I thought it was going to be a B too, so that it really, since he did stay up all night.
And he seemed satisfied at the end. He was like, okay, send, print, you know?
Well, but then he was talking to his roommate towards the end of the episode, and he was like, you know, I turned in my paper, we got the scores back already. And I don't think we knew what the score for his last paper
we didn't know yet.
But he seemed kind of positive. So hopefully he's improving. And I see him like really moving up in the MIT world.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I mean, but I don't know.
I have a feeling it's not. I don't know.
No,
we'll save that for predictions.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we should. But he's doing all right. He just needs family time.
He does. I mean, you know, unlike with his work study, right? The notion early on got brought up like, hey, it's called work study, not study work, and
right.
You know, it just kind of unlike in the past, he's had, you know, the Gallagher's helping him out and things like that. Now he really is on his own in a whole different world, and so he has to rise to the occasion. And so I enjoyed that part of it, and even though it was a 77, I think it did show a tremendous amount of growth, and it is, you know, I mean, ultimately college is supposed to get you out of your comfort zone,
right?
And so for Lip, I really remember kind of I forget which storyline had the notion, but you know, it's supposed to really test you and see how see what you're made of, and actually it was Fiona's storyline with Robbie. That's what it was. And so for him, you know, he's perhaps not this, and it's going to be a big decision whether or not, you know, he chooses to stay or he leaves and goes back to the Gallaghers.
Yeah, I don't think he realized that, you know, he got this scholarship, he got a full ride. That part was done, you know, but I don't think he realized that being in college would be the most difficult part. Like, you know, it's not what he expected.
I think he needs to find a better work study. Like, can he like work at the rec center or somewhere where you just check people in and you have more time to study while you work?
True.
Is that when he got a full scholarship? I thought he got a full scholarship. I didn't know there was like a work study part. I thought you just got the scholarship. Is that how it works? I mean, I got like a partial scholarship, but I just thought that he just got it and he didn't have to like work. Yeah, because if he has a full one, a lot of stuff should be covered. Right. So he shouldn't have to work that much.
Exactly. To make, you don't need that to eat on that much. And
maybe, I mean, he needs the
maybe
money.
MIT is different.
They talked about the laptop. You know, he needed a laptop. It would cost him about $200. And
right. And to him, that sounds like $5,000.
Would MIT have student center, computer centers and stuff?
They should. But he said they were taken up by a 24-hour StarCraft stream.
Oh, I missed that part. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It was taken up. Well, I don't know. I want Phil or Lip to Phil. That was one thing.
Well, his name is Phil.
Yeah. Well, he corrected his boss when he called him Phil. He was like, no.
I feel like that was his way of like keeping his roots. Like, that's not who I am. I'm Lip. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Well, last but not least, the topic I'm so disappointed about.
I can't even talk about it. I almost don't want to talk about it because I'm so angry.
This got such a reaction when we were watching tonight.
I threw my clipboard.
I looked at all of us were on the edge of our seats.
We were literally like, I cannot believe it.
I don't think I've screamed so much about Shameless.
No, until tonight.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Until this episode.
Absolutely.
So we're obviously talking about Fiona and Robbie.
Oh my goodness.
The Mike triangle. So
Robbie,
yeah,
Mike's brother.
bad news.
Bad news.
Trouble.
They
Bad
did
news
good
bears.
casting though for him because like he's a good little like sleazy like get in there like get in your head type dude.
Yeah.
Like his face just was perfect for that. That was good casting
Yeah.
on their part.
I think really good writing too. Like just
Yeah.
the scene at the dinner table when they're all together. I mean, I have alcoholics in my family, and I've seen many different dinners like that. And I think they pegged it because there is all that frustration and then the resentment and all
Everybody's trying to be nice and the person's
Yeah.
acting a fool and you like F it. Okay, whatever. It's
and then not trust, like him wanting to go to the cabin again. They're like, no, you don't belong. Like, 'cause clearly he must have
Exactly.
sold all their
He's-
stuff before. You know,
Yeah.
and- yeah.
He's gone to the cabin many times, it
Yeah.
sounds like.
I
So.
think that he is exactly the kind of guy, and I don't know if I've mentioned this in the previous shows, but you know, Mike isn't what Fiona's used to. We always talk about everyone's out of their comfort zone in this season, and Mike is definitely not in Fiona's comfort zone. She is the queen of chaos. She loved that Jimmy was unpredictable, and despite his insane lifestyle, she still loved him, and that's kind of her life too. I mean, that was kind of shown when she was telling Debs that she burned this girl with hair with a bunch
Just
of
said it so
chemistry
lightly.
class.
I burned her hair.
That's her personality, and she probably just jives well with the excitement of
Yeah.
someone like Robbie and Jimmy. And I don't know. It seemed very fitting for her character to, you know, give in.
You could see her kind of perking up even when he just entered, and they said he just arrived today and just showed up at dinner. And you can see her like eyeing him, you know, kind of like intrigued by all of a sudden now this seemingly normal family. Now this chaotic wind just blew in. Like, I had a feeling it was going to be trouble.
And it also seems like, you know, he could peg her too. As an addict, he could just see straight through her. That's why I feel like he asked her, are you here to stick around or are you here to F around? Is that what he said? I can't remember.
Screw around or stick around.
Something like that, because he's like basically was saying, you're just like me and I know you are. That's why he had no problem just
And she knew
going
he
up
was
to kiss.
right. She must have.
Yeah. And then when he went to kiss her, I literally thought she was going to slap him or push him away. And I think what you said is right. I haven't really processed that, but Mike isn't the type of dude she's used to dating. Like, that's what she's like, what do you mean call you back? What you talking about?
He's too clean cut, and they had that conversation in the car while Mike was passed out. She, you know, Robbie was telling her, you know, he works hard. He just likes to kick back on Fridays and drink beer and watch bad TV.
I so get that.
And she probably wanted to sound like that was okay, but in her mind, that's boring.
Yeah, it's
That's
boring.
so boring.
She's like, steal a car or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys think that he purposely got them drunk at that dinner so that he could make the move?
Absolutely.
I do too.
Absolutely.
He was definitely testing her.
He was 10 steps ahead of all of this.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
His whole
100%.
addict speech was all planned out because he knew. I mean, this guy's great. He's done this 100 times. But when he calls her, or she calls Mike, and he picks up, like, "Hey, you know,
That
you're welcome,
freaked me
addict."
out.
Oh my God, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he knows.
Yeah. She was ready, though. She was ready to rip her tights.
Oh, she
And
took
she
them
did.
panties off.
Yeah, see, that's
She didn't even take them off.
She didn't. She just ripped and pulled to the side, and that's nasty. When
And
you don't even take them off. You know, you just
what
do a little-
also is a little nasty is that she didn't shower afterwards, and she
know.
crawled into bed right next to him
Girl,
to
go take a
cuddle.
shower.
You know, yeah.
What if he woke up and wanted to do it? I mean,
Yeah, and
Just
then you had this-
paralyzed in disbelief.
girl, paralyze yourself in the shower, okay, and
Yeah.
wash up.
But I think this is what when we said when we were talking about him the last time, and it's like when he was asking her all the things like, you know, taking care of her, and then in bed being like, "Is there anything you need?" And it's like,
he's
that's
so
what she,
sweet.
yeah, which it is so sweet. But yeah, that's exactly what she doesn't want. She wants that person that's just gonna grab her and bang her on the kitchen
And
table
leave like homeboy did.
Yes.
I mean, he didn't even say nothing to
He
her. He
walked
just
out.
put his jacket on his shoulder and was like, bye, Felicia.
Well,
I was
but
like,
he knew exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He knew that, you know, she failed his test.
Yeah.
She failed it. And even though he's protective of his brother, he clearly doesn't give a crap in that
he doesn't think
aspect.
she's right for him anyway. He's like, this isn't going to last.
I think he also still wants something on his brother because his brother's obviously got his shit
perfect
together and has
one.
got his life.
Yeah.
So if he can always still like get his brother's girl or still have that control over his brother or that even though his life is kind of fucked up, like he can still get what he wants when he wants it. I feel it's like a power play between the brothers too.
He's a snake, man. That was a really good. That was a really good little monologue on the addict stuff. It was weird that they were having that conversation. I was like, why is it so deep? Like, you know, just
no,
out
but
of, like,
because I mean, when you're, I've heard it when you're an addict and you're not on something, you know, you can get that deep pretty fast. And, which, by the way, the way they had sex was the same exact way, pretty much, that Jimmy and Fiona had sex for the first time.
Good point. Exactly. Yes, that's very true. Even though, like, his butt, I was like, I'm an okay, hi, okay.
It's like exactly like the opening of the show.
Okay.
That's what she likes. That's her type. That's the kind of action she goes for.
I swear they are showing more and more stuff on TV. I was like, okay, that's a lot. That thrusting. Hello.
I always wonder about that when I'm like, when they're taping that, I'm like, that's pretty. They're in there.
Well, they are in there.
They did show male genitalia last season.
Who? I forgot.
The girl. Oh my gosh.
Who?
The Brazilian girl. I forgot what her name is.
Oh yes.
And
what's her name?
Estefania.
Estefania.
Yes.
But remember, they also showed a penis before. They showed
Zach
Sheila.
McGowan.
Zach McGowan.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, Zach. Forgot. I know. I'm just like, what can't you show Showtime? I mean, really.
It's not called Showtime for no reason.
Okay, they about to show you up. All right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I knew Fiona was going to get into something.
I didn't. And now it makes sense with what Veronica was talking about, because I didn't really remember when she was like yelling at her for like when they showed the big predictions for the next episodes. I was like, what's she talking about? I thought she knew him, but now she knows him in the biblical sense.
Yeah. We thought that they would know each other, but
not
they
like
just
that.
Met. Yeah.
And I think what makes me even more disappointed now seeing the trailer for the upcoming is that she continues.
I know.
I was hoping I hated to see it happen, but I thought, okay, maybe.
Well, how's she going to get out of it, though? How?
She's not.
You can't. She's going to, because she doesn't want to hurt Mike, and she's got a good deal going, right? Especially now she's got 401ks and all this. And all it takes is this guy to, hey, you know what? Hey, brother, I feel really bad, but Fiona came on to me, and we did stuff, and then it's like over.
Yeah.
And then no job, and then we're back to square one.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I keep forgetting about the job thing. I just keep focusing on their relationship.
He's her boss
and her meal ticket, girl.
Exactly.
Bad move, Fiona.
Bad move, Fiona. I'm so mad.
I love Mike. I feel so bad.
Drea, you would like this, but there's I don't know where I saw this. I think Instagram. I know. Apparently, there is a bra with an app, and based on it's like almost like a chastity bra, where based on your heart rate, it'll either open up or not open up.
Excuse me.
So in this case, I guess it would have opened up anyway, or he wouldn't have needed to get to the boobs.
No,
he needed a chastity down there.
She needed a lockdown. But she's a Gallagher, and I feel like that's the type of Gallagher stuff that they do. That's just what they do. Yeah. And that, unfortunately, is like her true nature, is to do shit like that. Yeah. Like, it just is. She's not going to work and sell cups and be faithful to Mike. That's not who she is.
Yeah. And the hickey. That one I'm like, okay, come on. Because when somebody's...
Yeah. Oh, I'm done. I got to go.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But she should at least, stop the hickey. You're going to, when somebody's sucking on your neck like that. Right? You put it, and that thing was huge.
Yeah.
And maybe it was. That's why she didn't stop.
Let's talk about the look on the train. Because you guys are all about the look.
That was a look.
I wanted to smack that look off her face.
She was reminiscing and she was enjoying it. Because that's the first time in a long time she's had that sort of action. And again, that's what she loves.
And Mike's like, are you okay? She's like, stop it.
And I feel like their banter is playful, but I feel like there's something behind it. She's always like, you're not choosing the playlist next time, or
like she's in charge.
Yeah. But I feel like it's very passive aggressive. Like it's her way of being like, we're too different.
Yeah.
Why are we together?
I agree with you on that one. Definitely a tone in there.
Yeah.
She just like grabbed her tights and was like,
she ripped them. Holy crap.
I know, but I'm saying on the train, she just like grabbed it and was like, that was good.
Yeah.
And it was, she's such a good actress too. Like her facial expressions were amazing, because I thought she was about to be sad, and then she just smirked it up.
I know. We went back and rewound it because I was like, no, I have to see for sure. I want to see this look.
Yeah.
And she definitely was enjoying it and not regretting her, at least that moment.
Because she don't care, just like Frank. They don't care.
Well, going back to her and Frank, like, you know, at the end of the episode where she saw him just sort of passed out, and she gave him this look like, you know, after the whole ordeal happened, like, I'm going down his path.
Yeah, I think
that
it was
her moment.
Yeah, I think so too. She finally realized that she's
just
a different.
like my daddy.
This is
how
just
it
like
starts.
her dad, and
Exactly.
just a different kind of addict. But I make all this because she is. I mean, she's definitely. The guy she picks, like her pickers off. She's picking ones that are not good for her. But it's this. I know we've all done it.
I know. I've had me a couple Robbies. Okay.
Only a matter of time till she gets knocked.
But it's later when you look back and realize what you did and like what you were attracted to and why. And you're like, ugh, you know.
Just get out your system,
Fiona.
girl.
Yeah. All right.
Well, just a quick little message. With Slim Fast, 2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. In 14 days, the only thing higher than your confidence will be your hemline. This podcast is brought to you by Slim Fast.
Right.
All right.
Yum, yum.
Let's wrap up with talking a little bit about Frank and his oldest daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Sammi.
What a storyline.
We have to figure out that actress. Like, I don't, like her name, her real name. I have to figure out that.
Yeah, we'll look that up next time. Yeah, but the cutest little boy ever. I feel so sorry.
Oh my God.
Frank pays
Chucky.
the kid Chucky.
Is that his name, Chucky?
Oh
my God.
He's so
he said,
cute.
go easy on him. The kid just rails him in the face.
And he just falls back. That was hilarious.
Well, he's
Damn it.
clearly accustomed to bullying. I mean, the poor kid just doesn't mind.
His body's accustomed to his body's like, oh, here we go.
His dodgeball scenes and just
And the way he was
flops.
falling too. Like, that
Bless
was
his
really
heart.
nuts.
yeah.
I was like, okay. All right, little
He's
kid.
cute.
He'll probably be one to watch. Probably be a great older like comedic actor. You
know,
know,
I hope so.
I loved his line with Frank, like, your breath smells like dog
Dog
poop.
poop. I know. He's so cute.
Yeah.
I would love to see the casting for that. Like all the little kids that came in for that role.
That
You
would be
know they were
great.
little dumplings, little cute ones.
Well, I can't believe his daughter. I mean, I can't believe that I think what Frank is doing is what we expected, but he didn't think that she would fall in love with him or have some sort of like feelings. She obviously doesn't know he's her dad.
No.
Not yet.
I thought that he was going to tell her and then like take advantage of her. But they were going to be father and daughter, not that he was just going to like try to be the rescuer and make out. Oh, I just immediately thought about my own dad and I was like grossed out. I was like,
here's the thing. I think as much as Frank is despicable, you know, again, they toe that fine line. All it took
Defending him.
last week we were talking about, do we like Frank? And then, you know, within the first 5 minutes of this episode, he's taking money. He's asking for drugs.
yeah.
So we were like, okay,
$40.
he's unlikable. But you can't push him to that level because then that's just sickening.
Yeah.
It's just
Totally.
You can't bring that back easily.
Yeah.
No, I'm very glad that he didn't make that decision.
He
do
still
that, 'cause,
has
that would've
boundaries.
been-
Oh, yay. He didn't sleep with his daughter. Let's get him a medal, please. Everyone.
I'm curious to know what her story is and how old she was when Frank left.
Yeah.
Because he has a distinct look. I mean, he's someone that I would remember, you know.
Maybe she never met him.
Maybe she never met him. Exactly. I wonder what her story is. With
Yeah,
him.
I'm interested to see, too, what's going on with
I
that.
thought she might talk about her dad a little bit when they were, or not knowing her, when they were at the eating.
Yeah.
You know, when she was talking about past relationships and things. But I thought we might get a little nugget.
A
but
little
we have
something,
nothing.
except for all the likes that they had together
Yeah.
with the avocados, which avocados are amazing, Phil, so I don't know what your problem is.
I am with the Gallaghers. They suck.
No,
No, they're
Nope.
the best.
Love 'em.
They're literally the best thing ever.
Nope. They're great.
But anyway, yeah, so I think that when she finds out, it's going to be really, really bad.
I thought it was crazy that she offered her liver up like that.
I know!
Like really quickly. And maybe she's the type. She said she got married 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
So she's probably the type of person
Looking
who
for
does
the
that.
next.
Who
Yeah.
who's just giving her all to these men who don't give back.
And she doesn't have a dad. She's daddy
Doesn't have
issues.
a dad,
So,
yeah.
there you go.
Well, yeah, because even really quickly, I mean, just for helping her son, like, let me buy you cheese fries.
Right.
You know, she was immediately ready to take a stranger to go hang out with her and her son for the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
It's pretty ballsy if you're a single mom. Like,
A dude just hanging around a playground.
who looks like shit, you know?
Okay.
He looks terrible.
But
She's
from-
all.
Yeah. But from Frank's point of view, they seem like her and her son seem like a happy duo.
Yeah.
Like despite their
shitty
living situation and the fact that he keeps getting bullied and everything, she seems to love her son, and she's very doting and affectionate.
So cute.
Maybe he's not used to seeing that. You know, he's used to just chaos in the household.
Yeah. No, I don't think he cares about. I mean, I really don't. I don't think he fully cares about that aspect of it. I think in the moment he was just like, okay, you know, even I have some morals, and I can't go. You know, knowing what I know, I can't.
There just
daughter.
seemed to be a sort of sensitivity in a couple of his facial expressions when he was seeing them together. To me,
No.
You don't think so?
I'm not.
Maybe it was just his pain. He was like wincing.
His
from
liver
the pain.
hurt.
It was just probably the weed he was smoking at the dodgeball game
probably.
in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Who does that? Somebody was like, "Hey, you can't have weed. There are children here."
It's like, no, it's legal. Don't worry.
I know. I got my card.
Yeah.
So weird.
Oh, Frank.
But
All right.
his
Anything
daughter-
else, you ladies? Did we miss? Phil, anybody?
As shameless as tonight was, it wasn't as shameless as, you know, other episodes.
It was
Fiona
pretty
thing-
damn shameless.
that was-
Okay, I guess it was. I mean, Fiona's thing was really
That's
shameless,
just-
but that's her. But that was her decision.
Yeah,
Okay, Phil.
it was.
What do you mean? Okay, she did.
It was.
She ripped her panties off.
It's a two-way street.
I know. So they're both whores. Thank you.
Well,
No, because he is not cheating on anybody.
Yeah.
She is.
How do we know?
well,
How do we
he's
know?
cheating on his brother's trust.
Exactly, and that's even worse.
If you want to dig a little deep.
And I do.
I don't. Addicts, you can't reason with them.
No, you cannot.
I would. If
Absolutely
I
not.
See, that's where Mike went wrong in the sense that he didn't. He was right. The whole notion of like, hey, we got to talk. You know, things like that. You know, our whole family did this, and that's how we solved our problems.
Oh, he's
And they were
so
they were strict on him with the cottage. But you know what? You shouldn't have gone out with him for drinks or anything, because you know
what a
you
weird
just
suggestion.
you just got to continue to let him live his life, let him dig himself deeper, and that's it. You know, and that was Mike's mistake.
Yeah.
I agree.
Me too.
Because when he was like, "Oh, I asked my brother to dinner with us tonight," I was like, "Why did you do that?"
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was weird. But that's Mike being too nice.
And if
Yeah.
anything, it should have just been Mike. And a few guy friends, so it's like the boys' night out. You know,
Right.
none of us are drinking. We're just eating chips and watching football.
And
That's
maybe they should have
true.
just stayed at home. You know, maybe not even gone out.
There you go.
What do you guys think he feels Fiona's addiction is?
Oh,
Yeah.
sex.
And
Sex
chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah. There's he
The
said
rush.
everyone.
Yeah.
I agree. Like feeling a void, and then she has the kids and all that to distract her. But if I feel like she was just a regular, what is she, 24 on the show? I feel like she'd be out being crazy, drinking, having sex, doing the whole thing.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm really mad at her. Like I
I
love
am
Mike,
livid at
and so now
Fiona.
but I do not want Mike with her at all. Now I'm like, nope, no forgiveness. No,
Yeah.
she's done. She burned that bridge.
She did it more than
gotta-
once, so now
yeah.
we're done. Fiona, we're done.
She was
Yep.
kind of asking for it too when they were talking and while Mike was vomiting and she was sitting on the counter.
Yes.
Her legs were all sexy like, and
Oh yeah.
even though maybe she didn't intend for that whole thing to happen, it was still kind of this subconscious effort to seduce him, and you know, her way of saying like, hey, you're more the kind of guy that I'm into.
That's
And
a
he
very
read
good
it.
point. I
Yeah.
thought the same thing because who sits on their
And in
with
his
their
face,
brothers there?
joking,
Like,
laughing.
yeah.
This is just me personally, but if I were Fiona, I'd be in there with Mike the whole time until he got better.
Exactly. At least don't leave him in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Make sure he
I
gets
just
to the room.
Totally agree.
That's just another testament to show that
He wouldn't have
she
left
wanted to
her
be with him.
at all. Mike
with
would have been
Robbie.
there the whole time.
If I was Fiona, this is my shameless moment.
Oh boy.
If I was Fiona, I would say your brother raped me. And I would just throw it right in there. Oh, that's how you get out of it.
Phil's
That is how
right.
you get
Phil's
out of
right.
it. And
Phil's
say,
right.
hey, you know,
Phil's
this
right.
hickey, I didn't know what to say.
right.
Your brother gave me this hickey. I didn't know what to do.
That's
He
what
forced himself onto me.
She will do that.
Because here's the thing. She has to, right? What does Mike want? Honesty.
Yeah.
Okay? And obviously this is honesty, but it's honest enough to say that, you know, she did something with the brother and she can end that really fast in that way. And she needs, you know, Mike needs to get his brother out of his life anyway. Fiona
Yeah.
needs to get the brother out of her life.
True that.
Plus,
Say
it's
you
not-
were raped.
It's
No.
not a far stretch for Robbie's personality.
Yeah.
I would say it
They would
probably
not-
if I were
not
if I were
believe it.
Fiona. If I were Fiona, not Drea Renee. If I were Fiona.
If she really wanted the things with Mike to
But
work.
she don't. I mean, she just let it go.
I think I would do the Mike honesty thing and just say, like,
I slept
what-
with your brother
Nope,
5
not
times
gonna work.
on
JJ, your
accident.
ass is on that street. Nope, you gotta say you were
Well,
raped.
job. She
There
has
goes
a
your
job.
401k, girl. Bye.
Yeah.
But I would claim that, like, he
What?
got
Nope,
her
don't
a,
claim
a
ignorance.
bottle of wine, and she
Nope.
was wasted.
After
and I'd
the
be
fifth
like,
time?
Well, no.
Oh, you're saying after the
just saying
first time.
tonight. After
Oh,
the first
okay.
time, she could have maybe gotten away with, because Mike does like honesty, and he knows his brother's
Nope,
a dick.
even with honesty, I've been like, get the F out.
Well, I think he would have, but I think that would have left the door open to maybe a couple months down the road, he may have forgiven her for that.
Nope.
I would
Well,
fight
Can't
her
take that
and
chance.
kick
If
her
you're
out.
Fiona, you can't.
But also, he got divorced. His wife.
Oh yes,
you know,
he said that.
He doesn't like craziness.
And that she lied to him all the time. Didn't he say that? She
Yeah.
lied to him all the time. Oh yeah, she would be
So
done
he-
with her.
I
Done.
think with him, if Fiona were to repeat that history, he would not have it.
Oh, Fiona, I
would
love
not
Mike.
have
I'm so
Especially
Yeah,
with his
she
brother.
screwed up.
Especially
Yeah,
with his brother.
brother. And if it's your family, and it's like, who knows how many times in the world that stuff like that's happened, but you have to look at your brother forever, and it's like, you got to go, girl. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, he should have listened to Fiona the first time when she said, "Leave your brother alone."
Or that I lie all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Predictions?
Well, yeah. Let's go to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I can go.
Okay.
You guys
right,
start,
let's
because
see.
I had one and I forgot it during the middle of the show.
Oh no.
Well, I'm
back to me.
predicting for Lip, as we see in the next episode, that he's going to attempt to quit college, and I think Kevin's going to try and talk him back into it. I think he would he's going to flip out and want to come home. That's what I'm predicting.
Kevin's
for
good
sure.
like that.
Yes, I love him. He is sexy too. I saw him at Swingers and I almost jumped him.
I met him in Vegas.
Swear to God, I did.
I met him in Vegas, and he had pigtails, braided
Oh,
pigtails.
I love him.
I love
so cute. If you're
Um,
watching, hello.
What's up? How you doing? Steve Howie.
That was classic.
Well, for me, I'm gonna kind of go out on a limb here and say that Frank is gonna do the shameless thing and maybe sleep with Sammi,
Oh.
so that way he could get the liver. I mean, he needs it.
But she already said she'd give it to him.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not gonna tell her that he's her father. That's what I mean. I mean, he's going to go through with her feelings and go with the motions
And just keep thinking, making her think he's a gentleman.
I mean,
Well, here's the thing. I mean, with him, I think the liver was the easier part. Now the hard part is I need money, right? So next week it's like, okay, is he going to break his leg for insurance purposes?
That's
How is
true.
this going to work out? And ultimately, I think we're going to tie back in Fiona financially, because she's got these 401ks, she's got health insurance. So somehow we're going to work her back into that crazy storyline, and then it's like, okay, girl, you cannot lose your job.
Yeah, that was my prediction
Yep.
for last week, was that he
Yes.
was going to try to use her insurance somehow or get her into it somehow.
That's right. That's right.
But regarding his daughter, I think I don't know. I don't think he's going to be honest with her just yet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay, my one was that I thought Lip was going to eventually drop out of school. And what I would like to see as a prediction happen is, I think when he walks out, that they should do a final flash mob, and I want to see him push
Yes!
somebody over and then go leave school.
Or he's gonna do the flash mob and he's gonna stay in school.
I think Lip is going to try to quit, like you guys said.
Yeah.
But way down the line, I see him really excelling at school. If he decides to go back, I really see him trying harder.
I agree. I think, at some point the show's got to have some moral compass and say, you know what,
hope
people
so.
got to rise above it. And right, the chef or whatever, his boss, even though, we speak of him as he's an asshole, okay, he said, time management skills.
That's true.
He's got to learn all these
You need
different
it.
things, and he needs, okay, eventually you got to take control of your own life. And in your past life, you had it figured out. You found a way to time manage, being a good student, to be able to afford rent and all these different things. So now you just got to do it in a different environment that you're not used to,
Yeah.
and you can. And unfortunately, no one here is going to baby you. So suck it up.
I think
Suck it
everybody
up.
learned a lesson this episode.
I
Fiona,
did too.
Debs, Lip. Well, maybe not Carl, but with those dogs.
Oh, that
I'm
was a
glad you
really
mentioned
awful
that.
scene.
Terrible.
God.
Trying to pawn those or hold those dogs for
Gave
ransom.
him and just threw him out in the back door. I was like, really?
Well, we first all were stunned when he took out the knife because I thought, no, if he kills this dog, I might be done with Shameless.
There was no
at that
money.
point. I'm like,
I knew that wasn't going to happen because there was no money in it. There was no money.
Wait, why would he
in
kill a
doing
dog?
it.
who knows?
So that-
he might sell it and eat it, or who
Sell
knows?
a part or something. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay,
Take
the
the
only way
liver.
that could have worked was if Frank had said, like, hey, any liver will do.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Take
true.
a liver from
Take
a
a liver.
poodle liver.
All right.
All right, kiddo.
Well, where can we find everybody at?
Drea Renee _N on Instagram and Facebook.
You can find me on Twitter at JAJOURI, and you'll find me on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. podcast on Tuesday nights.
And I'm at jjjurgens.com and on Twitter and Facebook, and my blog is tomgirl.tv. Cool.
And, of course, follow us here at AfterBuzz TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. We've got good guests lined up for you in the coming weeks. Remember to rate, comment, and let us know what you're thinking, and see if you're as shameless as we are, because we certainly aren't afraid to go the line, and we'll continue to go further.
Say what you want.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.